a story is always about someone. It's always about someone. And then the events around that someone is what creates a story. Someone is doing something, and that's what the central ingredients to make a story a story. And this story is a story of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As our good brother, our Sheikh Abdul Karim Yahya was mentioning, that we are in the age of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We're always in the age of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and there's no other age except for the age of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And being in this age, meaning we are people or characters in his narrative. This is a story that Allah Ta'ala is telling about his beloved. Even the word universe, uni meaning one, verse meaning word or poem. This whole creation, the whole universe is but a love poem that is recited from the lover to his beloved. And all of you are manifestations, lines and metaphors and similes and stanzas in this great poem for Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He didn't recite this poem. He didn't recite Kun Fayakun except for Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is between the kaf and the noon of Kun Fayakun. He is the reason for creation. He is really the only that was created, and everything else is from his light. It's from his manifestation. So the creation of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and from to come into our form, to come into a form that we have in common, meaning we have 2 legs and 2 arms and 2 eyes and a mouth and ears, and to walk upright and so on and so forth, just to resemble, because he was created as a light. And that light could have manifested in any way. It would have been, maybe we would have thought it would have been better for Allah to create the great sky Muhammad, the great mountain range Muhammad, the great sea Muhammad, the great planet Muhammad, the great galaxy Muhammad, the great star system Muhammad. But he created Bani from the son of Adam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like we are from the sons of Adam. And this is enough reason for rejoice. And this is also a testament and a testament and an evidence, a proof of love. That this love, so you are a love poem. You yourself, in your body, in your form, in your flesh, are a love poem for Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The comparison, if we talk about a film like everyone's seen. You guys know the film The Lion King? Everybody knows The Lion King, right? Are you guys ashamed to know The Lion King? You know The Lion King. Stop acting like that. The Lion King is about who? What's his name? Simba, right? So the film is about Simba. That's what the film's about. And everyone else is there to tell the story of Simba, to help manifest the story, the reality of Simba, right? So the baboon is holding the monkey up. The baboon is holding up Simba, right? And all of the creation is bowing to the king of the, they say the king of the jungle, but the lions aren't really in the jungle, but you know the thing, right? So they're bowing and they're sending their respects. And the only reason, meaning the creators of the story, the only reason is the giraffe's there is because what? Simba. If the story wasn't about Simba, and if Simba wasn't there wouldn't be a reason to draw anything else. They wouldn't have drew the giraffe, they wouldn't have drew the rhinoceros, they wouldn't have drew Scar, they wouldn't have drew the sun in the sky, they wouldn't have drew the grass, because the story is about Simba. So everything in that image was created to facilitate, to tell the narrative of Simba. That's why the grass was drawn. That's why the sun was drawn. That's why he had a father. That's why he had nemesis. That's why the hyenas were created. Everything to manifest the narrative of Simba. Likewise, everything was created to manifest the narrative of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah would not have put the sun in the sky if it was not for Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Would not create the grass if it was not for Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Would not created the leaves or the wind or east or west or here or now or time or space or the heavens or the earth or anything except to manifest a narrative of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we have a decision to make. Who do we want to be in the narrative of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Who do we want to be? Who do we want to be? Do we want to be the hyenas? Do we want to be some hater that when they was holding up Simba, they was like, Simba's alright, he's not that, I think they're a little extreme in their love for Simba. I think they should relax a little bit because they love Simba too much. They could be that person, and that person needs to be manifested so we know what a hater looks like. Otherwise, we wouldn't know. Likewise, his opponent, Scar. We need to know what that looks like, otherwise we would not know. So we know our enemies by the one who is an enemy to Simba. We know our enemy for the one who is an enemy to the Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the enemy to Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is not just the one who says bad things about him, it's the one who blocks one's heart for saying good about him, or even worse, blocks the mouths of other people saying good about him. This person is an enemy. to their own selves more than anyone else. And they're cutting themselves off from being in connection to the reality of the whole affair. The reality of the whole affair is Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Reminiscent of non-existence, of pre-existence, of pre-vision, pre-reality, pre-vision, pre-religion, before cross or crescent, before monks or martyrs, before sin or confession, when son and father were one, no further than taste and tongue, no further than blood and drum. Before the Creator recites, let there be light. Before the boom of kun fire kun, sun, moon, and star are but a twinkle in the eye of the Most High. Before death was born, before flesh was worn by spirits and souls and those nearest to those, even then there was this poem about love. For love is, love was, and love forever shall be. When a divine sickle cuts down both Kaaba and cathedral, when the mosques are mausoleums, when the synagogues are cemeteries, when a divine destruction will render both the seminary and science silent, when the mountains move like mirages and the plains are rolled like scrolls, no son or father, no brother or sister, no mother, no daughter, neither presidents or pulpits, no brother and sister, fathom the universe is but a whisper. Fathom the nothingness of non-existence. And even within this, there will exist this poem about love. For love is, love was, and love forever shall be. O perfected jewel, O blessed seal, I swear by God I have found no beauty in the whole of this wretched life except what I find reflected by your light. O perfected jewel, O blessed seal, by God I have found no beauty in the whole of this wretched life except what I find reflected by your light. Loneliness keeps me company when I'm alone, and most times that is enough. Often I have no home. The soul's rolling stone, a vagabond, roaming the mind's countryside, robbing the settlers of their thoughts. The sun has darkened my neck, and the dust has darkened my shoes. I'm a drifter, having occasional, short-lived, but passionate romances with the common ideas of the common folk. But when I still, I can feel my internal infernal burning for the companionship of words. I stand on the edge of something, looking into the depths of nothing. This is where I find myself, my test, and inspiration. Some may call it a meditation. For me, it's more like a conversation. It's simply the opening of oneself to oneself. It is to undress the ugliness of last year, the practice of the present. It is to dig in the graveyard of your youthful aspirations and excavate the decaying carcass of your ideal. I'm not a hero, and I'm going to die soon. So I may never be a hero and die the death of regular men. This compels me to the road again, running from home to home and back again. My friends, my only friends are these abstract ideas to entertain. My home is a place I must have seen but can't explain. I'm passing my time, passing for sane, passing my blame, left of myself but right to my name. But my only defense are these abstract ideas I entertain. My home is a place I must have seen but can't explain. I just know, that I've been home, and I know that I felt once. At some time, at some place in my distant youth, I cried tenderly, loved intensely, but now I don't think that those feelings remember me. My heart feels filled by November breeze, tumbled by December breeze, April may never come. The groundhog stays in the ground with no desire to see the sun. I'm a vagabond, not a fugitive, so I don't live on a run. I live on a walk, a type of slow stroll that gives one some time to think, some time to breathe. Just some time to get away from things, but I never seem to come back to things to forget what things I was getting away from and why. Perhaps my things have just died under my bed, or instead they're building strength in a dark cloud over my head. Maybe they won't come to light until I'm older or dead. I remind me of what this loner once said. He said, nobody needs anybody. You're born alone, you die alone. And I believed him, but who would want to lead the non-life that he led? I wasn't born alone. My mother was there. And I won't die alone. The angel of death will be there. But I will be alone before Allah when my book of deeds is disclosed, when my sins are exposed, the dark part of my heart that nobody knows. I won't have the comfort of company, not even the comfort of clothes. I stand naked and nervous before truth. I'm not a hero, and I'm going to die soon, so I may never be a hero and die the death of regular men. This compels me to the road again, running from home to home and back again. I am vagabond. I have no hope in my works and deeds. My hope is that I was chosen by the chosen. Who they call an orphan bastard, I call my Lord and Master. Only the dead call him dead. For the living, he's living. And for the living, know this from what they've witnessed from wisdom. But for the lovers is not from what they've witnessed from wisdom. For the lovers, it's because they are alive and they are with him. But for the true and living, it is not because they are alive and they are with him. For the true and living, it is because they are in him. They breathe him, they bleed him, they've been him while asleep in their dreams, while awake in their visions. O perfected jewel, O blessed seal, by God, I have found no beauty in the whole of this wretched life, except what I find reflected by your light. O perfected jewel, O blessed seal, by God, I have found no beauty in the whole of this wretched life, except what I found perfected in your light. On that fateful night, you travel past the furthest oak tree and return to us with a low seed that we plant in a garden in between Takbir, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Salatu Ibrahim and Taslim, Taha, Hamim, Kaf, Noon, Yasin. What has the eye seen and the pen can't mention? And what makes a blind man a true vision? And all of this is just a fraction refracted. Every holy site, every masjid, every saint, every axis is only existing to give us access to your matchless beauty that bewilders the minds of the masters, that throw the lovers into a fit of passion until they consider it blasphemous. But give them 100 lashes, and each drop of blood is a poem and a passage in the praise of the Lord of Beni Hashem. You can burn them at the stake, and all of the ashes will be poems and passion for the masters of all masters. O perfected jewel, O blessed seal, by God, I have found no beauty in the whole of this wretched life except what I find reflected by your light. By God, I have found no beauty in the whole of this wretched life except what I find reflected by your light. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.